Hello again, all my friends, parents, teachers, families, students, pets, anybody, whoever you are, you're watching. I'm happy to see you, happy to be here. As always, it is Mr. B, big face, and
Mrs. T. I'm very happy to be here.
Are you happier than I am?
Of course.
I don't believe that. Does anybody believe
Right
that
there.
Miss Terrio is happier than I am right now?
Yes, of course, because I just love my students and I want to share
Share the happiness.
everything, the happiness and all we know with you guys.
Beautiful. Okay, so this is our 6th video. Oh my, we're on video 6 so far, or thus far. We are looking at composite shapes. And when we talk about composite shapes, we think about blocked letters, which is why we have all of these like this. And all of these letters are made out of composite shapes. This probably doesn't make much sense to you right now, me drawing these lines, but by the end of the video, you should know what I'm talking about when I do this. I'm also making this look really, really, really weird. And I feel bad about that because myself and Miss Terrio, we couldn't actually draw all this. We tried. We took about 20 minutes, maybe half an hour just trying to draw. It was the M. That was the hardest one to do. So we couldn't get it done. So what did we have to do? We actually...
I think
Go ahead.
what do we have to do in here?
What did we do? Who drew this for us?
Oh, that M. I drew. I don't know if you know that teacher, but it's a very nice teacher. That she's always in room 202 and is Mrs.
Podlipsky.
Yeah.
So if you see Miss Podlipsky in the hallway, say thank you for drawing composite shapes for us because Mr. Benjamin and Miss Terrio, they couldn't do it. Anyways, we're going to continue. So a composite shape. A composite shape is any shape that can be divided into two or more basic shapes. And
what do you mean?
What do I mean? What do I mean?
What do you mean in two or more basic shapes? How does it work?
Well, wait.
Show me.
Oh, show you what it is.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So these shapes down here, these shapes that I've drawn already, they look really weird, don't they? It's because they're composite shapes. See this one right here? This is a basic rectangle, right? We can do a better rectangle than that. Look at that. That's a rectangle. But the one beside it, this right here, this is a big L. That's not a basic shape. What it is it's two rectangles. See? I'm going to cut that right there, and it's two rectangles. If I get rid of that, it's that big L again. But I can't really find the area of that. I mean, I can find the perimeter. I could just measure all the sides.
Yeah, true.
But the area, there's no formula for that. So what we'd have to do is cut it in half and find the area of this and the area of this.
Oh, wow. Can I maybe...
No, you can't.
No.
No? Okay,
please.
fine.
Okay, you said cut it in here, right?
Yeah.
Can I actually cut it here, and have this one?
Have that as
And
one?
that?
And that? I don't
Can
see
I do
why
that?
not. I think that's okay.
Yeah, we can do that too,
I think we
right?
can do that too.
Yeah, thank you.
So what Ms. Terrio was saying was, if we go back to our just basic L, instead of cutting it here, which is what I did, silly Mr. B, we're going to cut it down here instead. And that would work the exact same way.
Yeah. So would that give you the same answer?
It would give you the. It should give you the same answer.
It should.
That's a good way to check your answer, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to recall what area and perimeter are. Area. Area is the total surface of a side or an object. And there's a couple different formulas. The basic one for a square or rectangle is area equals length times width. For a triangle, it's area equals base times height divided by 2. There's trapezoid, there's parallelograms, there's different shapes. Now, all of these are our basic shapes, right? We have to keep that in mind. When we get to something like this, put that in there, maybe put a couple triangles on top. Kind of looks like a castle. I can't use this formula or this formula for that. I need to look at each individual shape. And that is how I find the total area for all that. For perimeter, same idea. Perimeter is the distance around an object. So here, to here, to here, to here. When I have an object like this, it looks like a C. I don't know what else that could be. Maybe if we look at it the other way, it could be someone's pants. I'm going to draw a little belt here as well. And some feet.
Oh.
See, that's a good shape.
You're very talented drawing
I wouldn't say that much. But anyways, if we're looking at the pants themselves, we can still measure the perimeter just on each side. And that one there as well.
So, coming back to your castle here, so the perimeter will be this, and that,
Our castle is
Then
now
keep
covered in
going.
snow.
Well, now it is. That is the perimeter of the castle.
If you look outside and you have a castle outside and it's snowing, that's probably what you see.
Okay.
So, now, so what? What does this all mean? What's the point of doing all this?
Don't say so what.
Why not? Why can't I say so what?
No, say. Oh.
Why are
Don't say
you-
so what.
But
Say.
what? Well, you take over now then.
Okay. All right, so if you're in a classroom, I want you to look around and find a composite shape. So right now I am in my classroom.
I got one.
I got, which one?
Chalkboard.
Tell me. The chalkboard will be one. But I have another one that it will be even better. So I'm going to draw it and you're going to guess what it is. How's that? On the wall,
Is that the
I
chalkboard?
have, nope, above the chalkboard.
Above the
right,
chalkboard.
above the chalkboard, I have a
Ceiling?
shape that it looks like this.
The door. Oh,
Nope.
no. I don't
What
know what
is
that
it?
is.
What is this?
Oh, it's getting bigger. Okay.
What is this?
Is it a plus sign?
No,
Is it a computer?
no,
Is it a chair?
no.
I think I know what it is.
What is it?
Is it a cross?
It's a cross.
It's a cross. It's beautiful.
Absolutely, that's the cross. Okay, so that's a composite shape that it just kind of came to.
It's something we see every day,
Yeah,
right?
we see every day. We have in every classroom here at school. So this is a composite shape. Now, as Mr. Benjamin said, we have in here to divide the shape. You can't find the area of the whole thing at once. So I am just going to do this. So I will divide this, and I have this will be my shape. That's one, right? One shape. That's it.
Could a
Another
custodian
shape,
please
two.
lock the front doors as well as all open doors? Thank you.
3, and I have a 4th shape in here, and a 5. Wow, look at that. Look how many shapes do you have in here.
That's a lot of shapes.
So this is a composite shape. Now, what do I do with all this? Now, if you think about it, you see this is one shape, another shape. So what are the shapes that I have in here, Mr. Benjamin?
Well, they kind of look like rectangles. One of them might be a square. I don't see any triangles. I don't see any trapezoids. I don't see any circles.
And I have,
So I'm going to say rectangle and square.
and I have this.
4 rectangles, 1 square.
So I have 4 rectangles and 1 square. So look, how are you going to do this? To find the area of this, you have to take each shape and then you're going to do this.
Are we trying
So
to find
you're
the
gonna
total?
Yes, we are trying to find the total area of everything.
Gotcha now.
And because we have 5 shapes, so we're going to do area 1 equals. So you look at the shape in here. This is my area 1, okay? So what shape is this? Is a
Rectangle.
So for the rectangle, we do length times width.
Mhm.
We're going for area 2. Area 2 was this one.
Still looks
So-
like a rectangle.
Still another rectangle. And then I'm going for that one.
That's another rectangle.
And this one is another,
That's a bigger rectangle.
yeah. So length times width. And I have the middle one, that is a square.
That's a square.
So the area of my
Fifth
area
shape.
5, that will be S square.
Mhm.
Because it's a square,
Can I
right?
still do length times width for a square?
You could.
I could
Yes,
do
you
it,
could.
right?
Yes, you could. Absolutely. Now, what do I do with all of this? What do I do with all of this? So I'm going to find the total area. So the total area here, I'm just going to change the color. So my total area, how do I find that? So total area equals area 1 plus area 2 plus area 3 plus area 4 plus area 5. It's a little messy, but that is the idea. So you add
Little messy is not a
all
bad thing.
the areas. You add all the areas in a composite shape to find your total area. Okay, that's the total area.
Mm-hmm.
And then you find the answer that you are looking for.
The area of the cross in this case, right?
Exactly. In this case, the area of the cross that we have in here. All right.
So we're going to go through another quick example. I've already drawn one out here. I don't know if anyone knows what this is. You can take your guesses now, but I'm going to erase it all. Ha 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 ha. So you can't see it anymore. So Miss Terrio, what country are you from?
Oh, I am from Ecuador.
Ecuador. What kind of sports do they play there?
Oh,
You know what? Nobody cares about that because
Oh,
we're
yeah.
in Canada and we play hockey in Canada. So I'm going to draw myself a little hockey stick. Now this hockey stick, I could find the whole total area of it, right?
Sure.
How would I do that?
Oh, that will be a little bit challenging.
It'll be a little
wouldn't
challenging.
Be? Yeah.
I think it'd be.
Okay,
be too
maybe
bad.
can I maybe just can you give me a chance and see if I can
You want me to give you a chance to find the area?
a chance not to find the area, but just to actually find how many shapes would be.
Oh,
on
so that would be our
composite
first
shape.
step, right?
So that's the step one.
So step one.
Right, step one.
Find all
Basic,
Basic
shapes.
shapes. So let's find these basic shapes. We're gonna, I'm just gonna get a little color here. Orange always goes well. So I see one big rectangle right here. And I see another rectangle right here. And by sectioning off those rectangles, I ended up with what? A little triangle, right? So it looks like I've got shape 1, which is my rectangle. Shape 2, which is my other rectangle. That one's kind of shaped like this. That's the blade of the stick. This is the shaft. And then shape 3 is that little triangle that's connecting the two. So now if I wanted to find the area or the perimeter of all these, I could now do that. So it would be area 1, area 2, area 3. And once I find these areas, I would write total area equals A1 plus A2 plus A3.
Now that will be your step 2, right?
This would be our second step, right?
Yeah.
What would our third step be?
That will be your step 2.
So our third step would be to actually find the area. So let's
Right.
give these each, let's give these some measurements. How
Sure.
long do you think a hockey stick is?
Yeah, that's a good question. That will be probably
Why don't we say-
150 centimeter, 1.5 centimeter, meters.
1.5
sorry.
meters, 1.5 meters? I like that.
1.5 meters.
1.5 meters. That's good.
And the shaft will be like maybe 6.
This is
no.
pretty small. We'll say this is what? We'll go 10 centimeters.
Yeah. And that will be maybe 25 centimeters. The
Little part
shaft?
down here? Yeah, 25 centimeters?
kind of, yeah.
Kind of, approximately.
Yeah, approximately.
We don't have to be that
We're
exact.
estimating.
And then this will also be, we'll say that's 10 as well. 10's a nice, easy number to work with. Now,
So,
one
yeah,
problem
maybe
that we
we
haven't
can
talked
erase
about.
the
We're going to
whole
erase
thing,
this?
just-
Okay, let's erase this.
Erase that and just
We know
do
what
the
shapes we're looking
calculations.
at, right?
Yeah.
So let's start off with shape 1, which is our rectangle. Area 1 of our big rectangle. So we said the area would be length times width. And we said it's 10 centimeters and 1.5 meters. Can we do that together? Times 10 centimeters? What do you think, Mysterio? Can we do that operation?
Sure, of course we can.
Are you sure we can? I see 2 different units here, meters and centimeters.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even notice that.
Oh, you're
That's
sorry, you
bad.
didn't even notice that.
I didn't notice that. Oh, we have to do a conversion.
We have to
there.
convert it, right? What would 1.5 meters be in centimeters?
So that will be 1 meter.
1.5 meters equals how many centimeters?
Right. So now we have to remember what we said. So 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. Right?
Mm-hmm.
100 centimeters. Oh, this pen. All right. So now I have 1.5 meters. So of 0.5 meters will be how many centimeters? 50. Sorry, I think I confused you now. I did confuse you now.
You confused me just a bit, but I got it.
Yeah.
So in total,
So this 1 meter is 100 centimeters, and this 0.5 is half, right?
mm-hmm.
So that will give you 150 centimeters.
150 centimeters. Very good.
Right. 150 centimeters times. Now the same units we multiply.
So what's 150 times 10?
So that would be 1,500 centimeters, right? So, but that's your area one.
Oh, Miss Terry, you're missing something.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
So close.
Square.
Okay, 1,500 centimeters squared. So our area 1, we can replace that now. Area 1 is 1,500 centimeters squared. Why don't we go for area 2 now?
Okay, so area 2, we identify the shape, and that will be what?
And I think we labeled area 2, or shape 2 at least,
Is it a triangle?
area 2. I think we did this square here, or this rectangle.
Okay, yeah, that.
So that's our rectangle that's kind of shaped like this. That's the blade of the stick. And I don't know all hockey sticks have a blade that looks like that. I don't know what kind of hockey I'm playing.
Yeah. So
But
that
our
is
formula is still
20
going to be,
that is 25 centimeters, and this one, well,
it's still going to be length times width, right?
right,
And we have 25 centimeters for the length
yeah.
and 10 centimeters for the width. So 25 times 10. And the units
correct.
are the same, so we can multiply.
Yeah, so you're good.
So we end up with 250 centimeters squared.
Sure.
That's area 2.
Yep.
Plus 250 cm squared. And finally, this video is getting pretty long, so we're going to do this last one really quick. Our last area is that little orange triangle that we left over. So shape 3, area 3 equals length times width. Or no, it's not length times width.
Mhm.
Made a mistake. Base times height divided by 2. Which
Now,
we don't have measurements for
now
this one, do we?
instead, no. But the thing that we can do is we can add these two areas,
Mhm.
right?
Do we have a total area?
And we don't have a total area. That's
have it,
what
yeah.
it is. So yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, so this one will be your 10.
Uh-huh.
This one will be your 10, or right here.
Yep.
Okay, 10. And this one will be another 10,
Another
right?
10? I'm okay
Yeah.
with that. If you're okay
So
with that.
yeah, I'm fine with that.
Perfect.
So 10 times 10.
So
and
10 times 10, and these are both
Divide-
centimeters, divided by 2.
Yeah.
Which should equal 50.
Yeah.
50 centimeters
It's
squared.
squared.
So our last measurement, 50 centimeters squared. And when we add that all up,
Yep.
300,
So-
1,500 total area. This is our last step, step 3.
Yeah.
Total area equals 1,800 centimeters squared.
Okay.
Does that look good?
So that looks very good.
Perfect.
So that's how you find it.
So the other example we had was of a room. Now, most rooms aren't made of squares or rectangles. Most rooms have different shapes and sizes. Your room might look like this because you might have a doorway here and a closet here. So when you're taking measurements for new appliances or new carpeting or flooring, you have to consider that the shape is a composite. It's not just a standard room. So we're not going to look at that because our video is running really long right now. Why don't you try this? I've taken my first name here, and I've made composite letters out of it. Like that, like that, like that, like that, like that. Oh, that's way too many. Well, why don't you try it with your first name? Now, if your first name is longer than 3 letters, which most of you probably is, just do the first 3 letters, because that's going to take you way too long.
Yeah.
And once you give yourself some measurements, say 5 centimeters, 2 centimeters, 4 centimeters, we want you to find the area and perimeter of your name in composite letters.
And I think that will be a good practice.
I think that'd be
for you.
great practice.
Yes.
So, we're also going to say now, thank you. Oh, come on. Thank you. There you go. As always, and our signature, big happy face with orange eyebrows.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, and we are going to do a lot of practice, so you will
Study.
actually,
Practice.
study and practice.
But
a
have
lot.
fun.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, that's an H, not a U. Okay, that's it. Bye now.
Okay.